Hello, writers. This is Tim. Nancy and I have been excited with the work that you've been creating while you've been at home. We've enjoyed your haiku and we've enjoyed your ode. One thing we've noticed in looking at your work, especially with the odes, is a little bit of confusion around line breaks. And it's not unusual for new poets and folks who are writing poetry to be confused by how to handle line breaks. With rhyming poetry, it's pretty easy. The line ends at the rhyming word so that the reader can see that rhyme scheme. But what happens when a poem doesn't have rhyme? A lot like your odes. Well, first, it's important to understand that poetry is written to be spoken out loud. So a line break, where each line of poetry ends, is there to emphasize the pause that a reader might take when they read the poem out loud. Another way that a line will end in poetry is where there will be strong words, a strong noun, verb. Those are the things that we want the reader to hang on to as they say the last word in the line. What's the big image, that big feeling, that powerful word you want to leave hanging out there? Mary Oliver said that the most important point in the line is the end of that line. So don't leave your poetry hanging with words like the, of, or and at the end of a line. We also use line breaks to make a poem look like a poem. We separate the words, we create stanzas, which are a lot like paragraphs for poems. So the line breaks help us express poetry so that our eyes see it and we think, oh, there's a great poem. So today, what Nancy and I would like you to do is open up the Google Doc that is in Google Classroom. It looks a lot like this. And there are two poems. One called Rain Lullaby, written by Molly, who was an 8th grader. And another poem by Marie Howe, who was a professional writer, called Hurry. Now I've copied these so they do not look like poems. It's just a big collection of lines, a lot like a paragraph. What we would like you to do is to go into this doc and put your cursor where you believe the line should end and then hit return. You're going to use Molly and Mary's words and you're going to create a poem by deciding where those line breaks will be. Think about those important words. Think about those important images. What do you want to leave hanging out there as a reader moves from line to line? Have fun. Nancy and I can't wait to see what you create.